talk to you guys. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop.
This is Cynthia Ortiz. It's April 27, 2023. I'm having to do another podcast. Mr. Perry, I don't want you here. I don't want to hear from you. Don't go around doing things people hate and they can't. You go, why doesn't she like me? I do everything she hates. Why doesn't she like me? Who's telling on me? He goes around all day long. This guy bothered and bothered and bothered and bothered and bothered. Is it Quick Trip? Is it DeSantis? Is it Mike Pence? Is it, oh my God. We're not caught. I'll help you. I made all your problems. I'll make them go away. I'll help you. Call me. Lie for me. Cover up for me. I'm going to ruin you. I'm going to starve you until you lie. Go be trafficked. Lie for me. Go be trafficked. Lie for me. Who told on me? Is it Mike Pence? Is it the Dr. Pepper people? Is it your cigarette people? Who's telling on me? I don't like you. I'm not going to be trafficked, and I've already said that. You're committing the crime of coercion every day, all day long. I said no. I said no. One time is all I should have to say that. What the guys that you keep asking who's helping me, and then you act like you're not caught. You got Huntington's disease. You're delusional. Diagnosed, certified, nutbag, delusional, hallucinations, psychosis, paranoia, and impaired cognitive reasoning. If you're having to ask me who told on you, then you ought to know you're caught. You're not getting away with shit. So, you're an embarrassment to everybody. Sir, you're a weirdo. The weirdo shit you do is depraved and demented and sick and twisted and as nutty as this guy. You're as nutty as that guy. And we're all sick and tired of dealing with it. So you bothered me all day. We got two more. We hear Mike Reed. Can't wait for me to get to the club. They want to arrest me on prostitution by sock. So what has happened is every club I've danced at, anywhere, everywhere, girls take their shoes off for two reasons. None of it has anything to do with sex. Ever. There's no money being exchanged. The definition of prostitution, legal definition, I believe, has to involve some sex and some money changing hands. Otherwise, it's not prostitution. So you go to, your feet hurt. You're wearing these 6-inch fucking heels or whatever. And some of us wear 8 or 9-inch heels. So you're wearing these heels all night long. Your feet hurt. You take your shoes off. And the second thing is you don't want to poke a hole in the furniture with your heels. So not that that's anybody else's business, but apparently Mr. Perry decided he wants to have me arrested for something. And we've talked about that since 2015. 2 officers came in to my club and said, Mr. Perry asked us to just find some way to arrest you. The Stormie Daniel thing. Let's find a smear campaign. Let's discredit. Because she called out the crime. Sex trafficking, sex exploitation, human trafficking. Women are just commodities for us to make a lot of money on. And that's a very life sentence, sir, comes with that. What are the cops? How do I know you guys did that? Did you call me and tell me we're going to get you on prostitution by sock? No, you did not. You got a police investigation for human rights violations, depriving women of food and shelter so you can go jack off. You like hurting people, women especially. So you got caught when you started doing it to me because I have a lot of people in my life with a lot of power. They'll show you. They say it, and then they show you. You've got nothing to show for how you've spent your last 10 years of your life, but you're told on and told on and told on and told on and told on, and you actually have the nerve to ask me who told on you and think I'll tell you. I've never told you. Fuck off. And fuck you that you asked me. Fuck off me. Get off me. I moved twice and started my life and career all over again. Completely changed everything in my life to get away from you so that you're not here, so that you're not contacting me, so I don't have to hear you talk about what you think and how you feel. Get off me, rapist. Anything in my life is not a concern to you. You'll take a perfectly good day and you ruin it. Anything good, you fuck it up, and I very much resent you for that. I don't have any feelings of love for you. You make me sick at my stomach. I heard this is there's been several conversations that Mr. Perry has had that kind of speak to the lack of filter, that he has no more filter. Keep in mind, he's been talking to undercover cops quite a bit over the past 10 years and didn't know it. So initially, all I was supposed to get him elected because an undercover cop can go in and talk to an elected official at an event. He's mingling with other people. They may be able to go in a time or two and he won't remember who they are. They get, either way, it's easier to talk to somebody and find out where they've been and when they were there. In a political setting where there's a bunch of people at an event or something, then going in pretending you need your taxes done a couple of times. That may work, may not. So what they wanted him out. Let's get him running for office. Let's get him elected. I go 3 years. I cultivate relationships. I get, I meet people. I gain trust, and we get him elected. And they got to him, and he had no idea. Our undercovers have talked to everybody involved, and they didn't know. That's who they were talking to. I don't want you here, Charles. You act like that. I'm supposed to be happy about that. I ruined your life. I have money. I'm here. Call me. Lie for me. Cover it up for me. Who told on me? Is it Quick Trip? Is it Dr. Pepper, people? Is it Mike Pence? Is it Ron DeSantis? Is it Russia? Is it China? Is it Medicare? Is it your mom? All day long. Bother. I've never answered those questions. I fucking hate you. Everybody's putting pressure on these guys to hurry the hell up and get you off me. Put you in jail. The reason we're getting the intel, Charles, is for jail. You're gone. That's what I want. I want for you to be gone. I don't want you here. Didn't invite you here. I've never taken you to meet my family. I would never do that. I would never, ever take you around my family. Ever. Everybody's so sick of you, and you're not getting that. How we get intel like that at the snap of a finger, because everybody's so sick of you. So sick of you. Tired of you, and the drama, and the problems, and threats, and I want to cover up, and I want to lie, and why doesn't she like me? I do everything she hates. Why does she like me? Why won't she do what we say? The whining and the bothering and the who told on me. Have I ever told you that? Why the fuck would I do that? Everybody fucking hates your guts and wants you gone. You have tried for a long time to find out who's helping me and all that, and everybody, you're not getting it, dumbass. Everybody fucking hates you and wants for you to be gone. Hates your got sick and tired of you. Sick of you. So we find out, Reed, you go to work. I guess it was last night or the night before. We think she's going to go to work tonight. So when you go in, go, which she goes. But don't go in right away. Wait till she gets in the back and starts getting ready. Recorded. Cops have it. I heard it. And then tonight, try to get her on the prostitution by sock when she takes her shoes off. There's no money. The money is for a lap dance. It's not for taking my shoes off. And I have my feet covered with socks. All I'm trying to do is not poke a hole in the furniture. And somebody said she might try to claim selective prosecution because all the girls do it at every club. Go to Godiva's. They do it at Lady Godiva's. They do it everywhere. And I'm the victim of crime, and you're going to do that to me, and you're complaining that we're claiming that you're misogynist pigs. It's gender discrimination. There's a thing called equal protection. We have the right to it. You don't have the right to punish victims and just go find something. So that happened in 2015. Do you know how many emails? I counted 12 emails about prostitution by sock. That's how many times y'all talked about doing that to me. 12. The police recorded it. My guys, not the lame shit here. My guys did it. The guys that are actually working to put a stop to the real crime. The ruining of lives. The things that blow people's lives up. Not some stupid little nothing. Oh, she didn't want to get a hole in the furniture, so she took her shoes off in a lap dance. Ooh. She called Charles Perry a fucktard. Ooh. He took her car. He took her home. He took everything she owns. He ruined her reputation. He put her in jail. He's trying to put her in jail again. He sold her. He's trying to traffic her, and then he'll kill her. He's trying to make her lie. Coercion, obstruction of justice, destruction of evidence, perjury after perjury after... We know each and every time you went into court and lied, Mr. Perry. Each and every time. And I bet you Mike Reed has no idea. We know it because we're not factually ignorant. We're not factually ignorant. So we heard you talking to him about that tonight, so I didn't go. When you contact me, we get more. When you bother me, we get more. When you threaten me, we get more. When you cause a problem for me, we get more. When I'm broke, we get more. The longer Mike's in jail, we get more. It has been, I've said it over and over and over and over and over. And you get up the next day and you do the same thing again, and then we start quoting you, and then you start asking how I found out, and it's not, I'm not going to tell you that. I want you gone. Everybody's sick of you. Everybody wants you to fuck off and go away. Shut up, fuck off, and get away from me. Repeat, 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 repeat. There was guys complaining about you creeping them out. So they were first they're talking about the time that you were in Sapulpa and you were telling them all, I'm going to get her pregnant. And they're all like, oh my God, how weird. She does not want to get pregnant. Sure shit, not from him. Sure shit, not from him. That's the kind of guy that has women locked in a basement somewhere. I got the heebie-jeebies when he was talking to me. No filters from your disease, Huntington's. It's not Tourette's. Stop telling people you got Tourette's. You don't have Tourette's. You got Huntington's. It's made your mind wacky. So you're a fucking mental infant. And everybody's tired of dealing with it. That's for your family to deal with, not me. Don't bother me with it. That's for Jackie, Jordan, and Matthew to deal with, not me. That is their responsibility. They may have some criminal charges too for not taking care of this and just letting it go. So will your attorneys. So, there's a thing called conspiracy to commit human trafficking and coercion. Any of you do anything at all to contribute to that, it's not my call. But I know my guys are pissed right now. Really pissed. Really, really pissed. And I'm telling them, hurry the fuck up. And other people are telling them, hurry the fuck up, please. And lock the bitch up, because we're all sick and tired of dealing with this. And Oklahoma law enforcement has their head up their asses, or they're on the payroll. We don't know. We don't care. Here's the thing. They're causing problems. They're causing loss. It's awful to watch this. It's awful to deal with it, and we're sick of it. So we're not having problems getting intel today or yesterday. Don't go to Jinx or Broken Arrow. He wants them to pull you over. So we got that before because you're contacting me. Mr. Perry, the reason is you're contacting me. I don't like it. I don't want you here. I don't want you here. Didn't invite you here. I came here to get away from you. You're a burden and an imposition everybody's sick of having to deal with. How come I have to repeat the same thing for you over and over and over? The second thing is, the guy said, is, Mr. Perry, when you contact me, we get more. Do you like us getting more? Do you like getting told on? If you didn't, you'd stop contacting me. You don't do something that everybody hates and creeps everybody out. And they go, why don't they like me? I mean, it doesn't get any more mental slow than that. When you do things people don't like, they're not going to like you. They're not going to help you. They're helping us. I don't have a leak. We don't have leaks. You can't name even one of my guys. You can't quote even one meeting. You've been making phone calls trying to find him, and the guy's like, I'm not calling him. I'm busy trying to make it where he can't hurt you as bad as he already has. That's where my priority is. That's my priority. That's all I care about. I did not have time to talk to somebody who's stupid and can't understand what I say. I already said it. Her privacy is not to be invaded. You don't contact her again or her family in any way, shape, or form. You don't do it directly. You don't do it indirectly through proxy. You leave them the hell alone. Or I'm going to kick your ass. And she's not to be broke one more day. And look how much more we got because you didn't understand what he said. So he's sure as shit not going to sit on the phone and talk to a guy who can't understand him. He made it very clear. We're not taking the bribes. We're not going to lie for you. You give back what you took and what you owe, and you get the hell out of her life. Or I'm going to kick your ass. I'm going to get all kinds of intel, and then we're going to put you in jail with it. Okay? So you keep doing the same thing, and you keep getting the same result. Just like this guy. Pester, bother, pester, bother, pester, threaten, harass, menace. And then you get caught. And then everybody's running around. How'd she find out? How'd she know? Okay, so the second thing the guy said that creeped him out is he goes, Charles was telling us that he goes on the road and he'll stop in at a hospital and go up to the maternity ward and watch all the women in labor and then go in the bathroom and jack off. He likes to watch women in pain. Is that not the sickest thing you've heard or what? That is the sickest thing I've ever heard in my life. He said it like it was something to brag about. Like the filters are gone from the mental illness, aren't they? So the next thing was like Charles and this guy that bought her, this realtor Houston, they'll talk about her like she's their wife, both of them. Like they both think that she's their wife. Like they actually think that she's their wife. She's never even met the Houston realtor. She won't talk to Charles. 11 times I tried to get a protective order or an injunctive order, and you had to buy your way out of it. That's not how you say I love you, baby, is it? That's how you say fuck the hell off, weirdo. Fuck the hell off, weirdo. So they think you two are weird. Because you both talk about me like you both think I'm your woman. And I don't... What planet are you on? What kind of delusion does that? The people that are overhearing these conversations are freaked out by it. They're creeped out by it. They're like, what are they going to do? Share her? I mean, Charles sold her to the Houston realtor guy. He took half the money up front. He's trying to take her car and her driver's license. She's easier to traffic if she doesn't have her car and her driver's license. We all know that's what you're trying to do. We've talked about it over and over and over and over. That's what traffickers do. Take a woman's life down to nothing. Alienate them from their families. We are going to tell her she has to leave Oklahoma and she can never call her family. Yeah, I don't think so. They're about to put you in jail. They're getting a lot of pressure to hurry up. We're all going to be fine. You're gone. That's what everybody's worked very hard for. You pissed everybody off because I'm not working tonight. He sent people home. He just called them back in. He just called them back in. He said, well, you just pissed him off. He said, don't contact her. What part of don't contact me do you not understand? What part of I don't like you, get away from me, do you not understand? Mental slow. When you contact me, we get more because my guys get pissed off. Really pissed off. So we got two. We got you talking about Mike. Get her on the prostitution by sock. Just smear like they did Stormie Daniel. Just selectively prosecute her like they did Stormie Daniel. Nobody will suspect a thing. She's had her life blown up. And that's the problem. Oh my God. People, this is how we get information, Charles, because you do shit like that. You're mentally deranged. So you freaked people out because y'all are talking about me like you think I'm your girlfriend. There's never been a date. There's never going to be a date. It's a kidnapping, and that's all that is. If you do it. Everybody knows I'll be dead in a week. Here, sign this lie. And we're going to give it to the media. Then we kill you. And then this never pops up again. We've heard you talking about it. You've been recorded talking about it. It will be played in your criminal case in trial. I've heard it over and over and over. And the Houston realtor guy is not getting it yet that that's what you're going to do. He doesn't know, does he? Because he keeps talking about planning a life with me. And people are like, don't plan a life with her. This isn't going to happen. I don't think you understand. It's not going to happen. Don't plan a life with her. Don't get your hopes up and get all ooshy-gooshy feeling about a woman that doesn't even know you, doesn't like you. I don't want to meet you. If you have to buy a woman and you participate in something as bad as watching me starve for 6 months and human trafficking and all that crap, you're not my... there's no way. There's no fucking way. You're not my... I mean, you're just scum to me. Just absolute scum. There's no way. So Mr. Perry and this guy talk about her like she's their wife, and that they're sharing her already, and she won't even have anything to do with these people. It's bizarre to listen to him talk about her. It's bizarre. It gives me the creepies. It gives us the creepies to have to sit there and listen to that. It's embarrassing. So how do I know you did that? When you contact me, when you invade my privacy, when you cause me a loss, we get intel. We get intel. Shit like that. Mr. Perry has no filters. I don't want you here, whack job. I said, get the fuck out of my life, didn't I? So when you type in my phone, I'm here, I ruined your life, I have money, I'm here, call me. Everybody's like, oh, for God's sake, wow. Wow. What in the fuck is wrong with him? What in the fuck is wrong with him? You gotta be shitting us with this. So here's the thing about Daryl. Daryl was an older man he's 20 years older than me, that I dated in Lubbock before I moved. And he died of cancer. And it about killed me. I've never in my life hurt that bad. You can take a fucking aspirin or ibuprofen, it doesn't help. I actually tried it. I mean, I hurt bad when I lost my son, but this was different. This was a different kind of, I mean, my son didn't die, so it's a little different. But, I mean, you always have the open door at some point. Hopefully, I'll see my son again. But, so there's not the complete, it's over. There's not this finality of this person is just gone. And Daryl was my best friend in the world, and the best thing that ever happened to me. He, basically, Charles had already started trying to destroy my life, and this man took the heavy that Charles just buried me in it, and he just took it right off, and didn't think twice about it, didn't make me feel bad about it, didn't give me shit about it. He just helped me. He was a very wealthy farmer, and he had a ranch in Tahlequah. And Charles told the landlord to kick me out of my home. Daryl called the guy and said, please don't kick her out of her home. I'll pay the bill. I'll pay it. Whatever she owes you, and from here on out, I'm going to pay it for her. Just let her stay there. She's not bothering anybody. She's trying to raise her kid. And the guy refused payment and took me to court. Even his attorney, you know, you can read body language, especially I can. I'm good at sting ups. A lot of that has to do with reading body language. The attorney was sitting facing the judge, and the more I'm telling what happened about that, the more he turned his back completely away from his client and had his face in his knees with him as shame. I mean, he's sitting right next to his client. They're both facing the judge. They're facing the same way. And as I'm telling the judge that, he literally turned his back on his client and about had his face in his knees. It embarrassed him that bad. Well, why would you refuse rent? Isn't that how you make money on your property? The only reason you would do that is if Charles Perry paid you more to kick me out. Daryl took care of it. But there was one day that I had to make the rent payment. While we're going through that process, you still have to make your rent payments at the judge's office. So there was one day I had to make the payment at the judge's office. And he calls. I'm like praying. I'm like, God, I don't want to ask for money again. I'm so tired of asking for money, but I got to pay the rent today, and I don't know what to do. I'm just sitting there praying, like, I don't know what to do. God, I'll ask. I guess I could ask Daryl, but I really don't want to. I'm so tired of asking for money. I can make money. This is ridiculous that I'm going through this. It's absolutely insane. And I'm still going through it. I still have that same conversation with God all the time. He has his reasons for doing what he does. He doesn't owe me an explanation. If you think he does, read the end of Job, and he'll let you know God does not owe you an explanation. God can do what he wants to do. He has his reasons, but I'll tell you one thing. Also at the end of Job is he blessed him double for his trouble. Because Job didn't give up on God. He kept a good attitude. He questioned him. He felt sad. He got mad. He got the whole thing. He got normal human emotions about losing everything he had. But at the end of it, he got double for his trouble. But he's questioning God. What in the world is going on? What did I do that was so bad that you got to take everything I own? And God answers him by saying, I control Leviathan. I hold the stars up in the sky. I don't owe you a thing. I hold the sea back in the water. I do all that. I created the heavens and the earth. I don't owe you anything. And Job, after this, almost like a rant from God about, I don't owe you an explanation. Job is like, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. You're right. I shouldn't have questioned you. I'm sorry. But God didn't. He didn't get mad at him. He just told him, I don't owe you an explanation for what I do. I don't. My ways are higher than yours, and I know exactly what I'm doing. At the end of it, Job gets double for everything he lost. Double. God does not allow an attack from Satan without a plan to bless us double. He just doesn't do it. That's not who God is. God is good. His plans for us are good. He says the plans of the wicked they'll come to nothing. They'll be frustrated. I'm going to work out my plan. It's not up to you. It's not up to him. It is up to me, and I'm God, and my plans are always good. So Charles can spin his wheels all he wants. He can fall into the pit he dug for you all he wants. At the end of the day, you're gonna be fine. So is Mike Neely. Now he's typing in my phone. Is it Mike Neely telling on me? Wow. After what I said, you had to ask that? After what I just said, you have to ask me that, sir? Get the fuck out of my phone. This isn't a conversation. I'm recording a podcast. So, shit, now I lost my train of thought. Daryl did. So Daryl's in Tahlequah. I hadn't finished praying 5 seconds, and the phone rings. And he calls me and he goes, you got to pay your rent today, don't you? And I said, yes. And he goes, you don't have it, do you? And I go, no. And he said, I'm on my way. I'm in Tahlequah, my ranch. I'll be right there. And I didn't have to ask. And he came hauling it down to Lubbock and said an OHP guy pulled him over. And he explained the situation. He didn't give him a ticket. He was speeding. He didn't give him a ticket. He said, oh, gosh, okay, I'm just going to let you hurry and get to this situation you need to resolve and just try to slow down. So he goes, thank God he didn't give me a ticket. And comes, pays my rent, and is done. I didn't have to ask. He went to that great lengths to help me. To lift off the heavy Charles put on me. I didn't have to ask. He didn't give me shit about it. I didn't get a 30-minute scream yelling, what's wrong with you thing. Nothing. Just helped me. Just took the heavy right off. And he was the person that I called when I was happy. He was the person that I called when I was sad. He was the person that I did things with that I wanted to do for a long time. He was everything. And then when he died, I thought I was going to die too. I literally thought I was going to die too. It hurt me that bad. So, but that's the kind of people I allow in my life to get close to me. It is not going to be somebody like you. It is that kind of people. Those are the people that get my heart, that win my heart. And Fabian and I, when we're talking, and he looks at me and he goes, I think you deserve better than to have to live your life with this guy harassing you. I really do. I mean, you do. He and I were talking about a possible solution. And I told him that I disagreed with his option and why. And he said, you do what you want, but I'm just telling you, I think you deserve better than to have to live your life harassed by this person. I'm sorry you're having to go through this. And here's what I think I can do right now, today. And here's what I think you should do. And I said, I don't think I can do that because, and we talked about it. That's none of your business. That's between me and him. Has nothing to do with you. I mean, it was about you, but you're committing a crime against me. And it was about how do we resolve that? What's the solution? How do you get rid of somebody like this?
You won't call the cops. Stop! Stop stalking me! Please, I can't live here anymore because you stalk me. That's why I don't. Just leave me alone. I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes. No, 0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you. I don't ever want to hear your voice to you. Please, God bless you, but please leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Please stop following me. You won't call the cops. Stop! Stop stalking me.
See, the choice is not a choice. Mr. Perry is a job for me. And it is a victim criminal relationship and nothing more. Peeping is a depraved, demented, sick, fucked up crime. It is a sex crime. It is vulgar. It is nasty. Don't do things women hate and they go, why don't she like me? Hacking is the same. Boundaries are important. You don't call people's family and friends and get them to gaslight for you. So that's a problem for you. Mr. Perry, and then get mad at them and think they told on you. I'm going to hurt your loved one. Here's how I'm going to hurt your loved one. You're going to go along with it, or I'm going to hurt you too. And then ask everybody, is it your mom? Is it your son? Is it your family? Oh my God. That you have the nerve to ask. No one is going to ever answer those questions for you. Because everybody's so sick of you. I said don't contact me, didn't I? I've never answered those kind of questions for you. I hate your guts. I resent you. And so, why would I do that? Why is it that you think I would ever help you or want you? For 13 years, you have been rejected and told on and rejected and told on and rejected and told on and laughed at and made fun of and rejected and told on and laughed at and made fun of and rejected and told on day after day after day after day. And nobody answers your questions and nobody's telling you who my guys are, and you can't quote a meeting and you can't name one. Who's Betancourt? Who's Monique? Where's she right now? Who's Lucius and Calvin? How'd you meet them? Where's Sanjay? What's he doing? Watching what I do on my phone? He's your hacker, isn't he? I'm naming your people. We're quoting you guys talking to Mike. Get her on the Prostitution by Sock. Do it tonight. She'll be there tonight. She's broke. Charles ruined her DoorDash last night. She's broke. So we heard you talking to him. I can get it like that. You know why? Everybody is sick of you. Everybody is horrified by you terrorizing me constantly, day after day after day. Just terrorizing and terrorizing, just like this guy.
Here, please, I can't live here anymore because you stalked me. That's why I moved.
Just
leave me alone.
I will. You talk to me for 2 minutes
No,
and leave me alone.
0 minutes. I don't want to ever talk to you again.
What
I don't ever
happens-
want to hear your voice to you. Please,
what
God
happened-
bless you, but
what
please leave
happened?
me alone.
What's-
Please leave me alone.
And so I can get information at the snap of a finger. Before. Last night it was don't go to Broken Arrow or Jinx. He's going to have you pulled over. I'm showing my DoorDash. The only thing lighting up is South Tulsa. Most of the orders in South Tulsa, not most of them, but a lot of them, you're taking them to Broken Arrow. Somebody that lives in Broken Arrow. I'm not stupid. Everything's all dark. The only thing lit up is Jinx. Oh, gee, what are the chances? So that's what they're telling Mike. He fucked up her DoorDash last night and got caught. So we think she's coming to the club. Now, you've already called each other. Yeah, she's not coming? No, she's not coming. She found out again. 12 conversations from 2019 to right now about getting me on Prostitution by Sock. Because police, they care about women, care about what in the world is the real crime here. It's not that. It's not her calling Charles a fucktard because he blew up her life again, ruined another day, another perfectly good day. He fucked it all up all day long, bothered her, and they're sitting there watching it. Bothered her and pestered her and terrorized her and terrorized her and terrorized her all fucking day. And so for that, he pays for it. We get intel. And he's stupid. And can't figure out the correlation. He can't do it. Because he does the same thing every day. And he gets the same results. And then complains. And we're at a loss. But that's what you wanted. It's the same thing every day. That's exactly what you want. If it wasn't exactly what you want, you'd stop. Nobody does the same thing every day for 10 years if they're not getting the results they want. You're getting exactly what you want. When you contact me, we find out more. When you invade my privacy, we find out more. When you take my money and I'm broke, we find out more. When you cause a problem or a loss for me, we find out more. The longer Mike Neely's in jail, we find out more. You're pissing off people that I know that have a whole lot of power, the kind of power to get me that information. Right up under your nose, it's never up to you. It is never up to you. We can't wait till they put you in jail. We're sick of this. They're getting a lot of pressure. Hurry up. Hurry the fuck up. So we get this today. Look at that. 12 conversations. We only need one. We only need one. Look at that. This is the letter after the two officers came in 2015, in August 2015. and told me he wants us to just find some way to put you in jail. And we're like, no, that's not why we're cops. We signed up to be cops to help women with guys like him. This is not what we do. But watch yourself, because he'll find a bitch that'll take the money and do it. But that's not us. We came in to warn you. Charles Perry is just trying to find something to arrest you for. Because he's a little pathetic bitch who got rejected and can't handle it like a man and just move on. I sent the U.S. attorney a letter. He's using law enforcement to hurt me, to harass me, to stalk me. That was in 2015, Charles. Look at this first one about this prostitution by sock was in 2019. Look how many of them there are since then, till now, today. When you contact me, we get another one of these. When you take something from me, we get another one of these. When you cause a problem for me or a loss for me, we get another one of these. You don't get information. You don't get a date. You don't have a real love life. Watching a woman in her house is a one-way street. I can't see you. I guess it's in the TV because my guys recorded your people telling you, oh, she still has feelings for me. She stares at me. And they're like, oh my God, how embarrassing. Charles, she is watching TV. She can't see you. She's watching what's on the television. She can't see you at all. You're watching her, but she's not watching you. She's watching what's on television. So she's not staring at you. She's staring at the TV. So what is wrong with you? That you have to be told that? How embarrassing. That is a vulgar, nasty, ugly, sick, fucked up thing to do to a woman. So every day that you do it, we get more. Then we hear you guys talking to the city attorney. I've asked for a meeting. He's complaining. Why didn't she come get her discovery yet? Well, here's what happens. You know how I know this? Because when Charles contacts me and invades my privacy, causes problems and loss for me, my guys get pissed off. And they go apeshit. And they'll work on their days off. But they're going to find out what in the fuck. And they're going to get the evidence so they can take you to jail. And you can't do that to me ever again. Do you understand? Somebody that's not a mental veggie and a mental infant needs to take the guy to daycare and help him understand what's happening here, because he doesn't. He never shuts up. So we have to wait till the very last. I found out the hard way. I have to wait till the very last minute and then go prepare a brief so that Charles has less time to sit there and watch me do my research, and he's hacked me, and sit there and watch me type up a brief, and then call the judge and tell him, here's what you need, here's what we want you to do. And he's been recorded over. If he does it again, we'll get that one recorded too. We'll use it against all of you. When you do the crime to me, you get caught. You and everybody helping you. You and everybody helping you. So that's 2 today we got that you're paying for, bothering me all fucking day. Okay? Every day you pay for it. Somehow, some way. It may not be money. My guy said give her money back. Get the fuck out of her life and don't bother them anymore. Stay the fuck away from that family. Fix what you broke. Leave everybody alone. Get the hell out of her life. And then I'll call you. But until that happens, our priority is keeping you from making her life worse than you already have. And then when you do, we're going to use that to get a conviction and you're in jail, and that's it. You're done. That's been the goal. That's been the stated goal all along. And nobody's gotten closer to that goal than we have. Nobody you know. When in your life have you been caught this much? When in your life have you been quoted this much? What other victim has done that? Why is it different when you do it to me? Why is it different when you do it to me? You don't care. You don't care. You'd rather sit around and bother me all day. You'd rather sit around and creep everybody out all day. You don't care about anything but that. How many different ways can I make her pissed off today? And everybody else. Because I just get some sick, weird thrill pissing her off. I don't care about getting told on. I just want to sit here and piss everybody off, then go rub one out, the witness says. Is that what you do? Is that your thing? You feel tough guy when you get everybody mad at you? I think you got a sick problem, and a big one. So Jacqueline, Jordan, and Matthew may have some criminal liability for not putting you in a nursing home a long time ago. Sedated, our shrink is like, as much as we quote him, as much as he's been caught, for him to think he has a choice when he's told, get the hell out of her life and don't bother them again. It speaks, his delusion is off the rails if he thinks he has a choice. After we've got this much. This is just on the one thing. We only need one conversation. You had it 12 times. You had it again tonight. Last night he was pulling me over. Gosh, how many other pullover conversations are there? I sent that to the city attorney. Dude, we're going to have to talk. And the reason I don't go down there, city attorney, if you listen to this, and just run down, and I can't wait to get everything all prepared, is because I'm a victim of human trafficking. They want to take my driver's license. They want to take my car because I'm easier to traffic. If I'm broke, I don't have a driver's license and I have no car. I'm trying to explain that to the officer on the night he pulled me over. He didn't care to hear it. Doesn't give a shit about women. There's a lot of gender discrimination in Oklahoma. A lot of misogyny. Because we all have the right to equal protection. We have the right to equal application in the protection of the laws that were established to protect women from men who want to traffic us and voyeur us and hack us and stalk us and harass us and beat us down to nothing and then make money off of us. Like we're a fucking piece of furniture. We have the right to the protections of those laws. Mike Reed didn't give a shit about that. TPD doesn't give a shit about that. My guys do. Because they gave me the information I needed to not go to Jinx or Broken Arrow or my work tonight. They're sick and tired of this. They're about to put you in jail. And then Tulsa police can explain what the fuck is wrong with you. Okay, so we got a whole album on the pullovers. There are that many times Mr. Perry got recorded asking cops, locals, to pull me over. We've got 2 of them recorded. I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. Lucky was one. Lucky Miller was one. They're telling us that she's harassing them. They called us constantly, wanting us to pull her over. That's the harassment. I have real crimes to solve. I don't have time for this. Is that why you murdered him and framed Mike? Because they can see through your bullshit in about 2 seconds. They're cops. Charles, I don't care what you think. I don't care. I'm never going to help you. Everybody's sick of this. So, that was Chief Miller. Then we got, one of the cops said, is that the girl that's trying to help a cop? And she lost her butt. And the guy said, yeah. And he goes, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to be the one to do that to her. I'm not doing it. It's not going to be me. So when she blows by here, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm not fucking doing that. I don't care I'm not doing it. Well, I didn't get pulled over. Thank God he went to the bathroom. Here's the thing, though. How's he know I'm blowing by there? When and where? But for hacking my phone. So then there was another one. Asked the same thing. He's got a letter of apology he wrote. It's his words, not hers. He wants to force her to sign it. And the officer said, and she knows? Yes, she knows. I'm not, what? She knows. She's talked about it. She said she's not doing it. She talked about it a lot, actually. And he still wants to try this? Yeah. I'm not doing that. And the guy said, when I say third person, by the way, I'm quoting somebody else. And he said, you may not have a choice. And he said, I'm a police officer. I absolutely always have a choice. And I said, no, I'm not putting my name and my reputation on the bad decision of a diagnosed mentally ill man. I'm not doing it. This is my reputation. I will not do it. Now some did. I got pulled over like 7 times in a week. One guy was tribal police. He handled the situation entirely different than Tulsa police. I'm not going to get into details in that, but he was completely different. The tribal cop, completely different than Tulsa. I have a lot more respect for tribal police than I do Tulsa. I hate to say that, but that's the way it is. So, now Mr. Perry's gonna go, is it the tribal police helping you? Is it the people helping me aren't in Oklahoma, dumb fuck? I don't know how many different ways I need to say that. No one's gonna help you. Everybody's sick of you and wants you gone, fucked hard. I don't know how many different ways I need to say the same thing. I'm sick of repeating myself. You need to keep up. You need to keep up with everybody else. Look what's happening. You contact me, we get more. You contact me, we get more. You contact me, you don't get a date, you don't get information, you're a rejected fail. Everybody makes fun of you. You get told on, and told on, and told on, and told on. Don't say you don't like it, because you're still contacting me. Is it I'm here? Is it the tribal police? Is it everybody do the same thing today? They got us caught yesterday, okay? Thank you, Cindy. That's like, it's what it's like to listen to that guy. It's awful. How might I terrorize her today? Even if I get caught. Even if I get caught. It's awful to listen to that guy. So, I do all these horrible things. Why doesn't she like me? Look at all this. So many of these pullover. So many of them. I mean, there's hundreds of them. You guys recorded talking about pulling me over. Mays County, Creek County, not Creek. What is that? Walton's place. Rogers. Rogers County. Over so many. Here we go. We have Rogers County and Mays County watching for her to go back to the club so they can pull her over. So they can get her on prostitution by sock. So they can bother everybody and piss everybody off. On our guys. Are not in Oklahoma, Charles. Nobody's going to tell you who the leaks are. Nobody's going to help you. Never have, never will. You have a lot of nerve to even ask. What about, people are worried about how we feel having lost so much. Not how you feel, because you're getting caught. You're just stupid. I don't even know what to say. All of these. Look how many. I mean, so many. It took my taillight out to have me pulled over. My guys called me. And then the 3 guys that did it came into the club. After, when I get to the club, my guys wake me up at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Go check your taillight. They were just talking about how they took it out. I went and checked it. Because you just leave. You don't go check your taillights before you leave. I had to go check it at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I usually didn't wake up till 3. Because I work all night. And it was out. So I went to Napa and I fixed it. And then the 3 guys that did it comes to my club. And they're asking me, who told you? Was it Mays County? Who told on us? I'm like, oh my God. They were like, we were at the lake today. Did you guys have a drone over us at the lake? Is that how you found out? I'm like, oh my God. You're shitting me with this. I go, do you want a fucking lap dance? No? Okay, bye. I'm here to work. I'm here to work. I'm here to make money. That's it. I'm here to make money. If you're not here to give me money, and you don't want a lap dance or something, then I'm not wasting my time on you. You had somebody complain. Look at this. I have pictures of my fucking pulled over constantly. I think those are 2 different ones, but I'm not sure. I know I have more pictures than that. It might be on the same day. It might have been the same one. I'm not sure. 3rd time in a week. 3rd fucking time in a week. That's not misogyny and gender discrimination. I don't know what is. 3rd time in a fucking week. So, look at all this. Did you want to prove out our recordings? Is that what you're trying to do? Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Pull her over. So many. And then they tried to do it again last night. Using my DoorDash app. It's all not lit up where I want to DoorDash. It's lit up where they want me to go Jinx. Like what happens is it's gray where they got enough people working. It's red if they need DoorDashers working in this part of town. It's busy. It's showing that it's busy. And they need people to go out there. So it's only busy in South Tulsa and Jinx. Because that's where you get an order in South Tulsa. A lot of times it takes you to Broken Arrow. You get a lot of Broken Arrow orders in South Tulsa. Right? You go to Jinx. Jinx will pull you up. Then all my orders are oddly across the river where Jinx is. Or it's crap orders. I don't do orders less than $6.50. I don't do orders less than $1.50 a mile. I don't do grocery orders, shopping orders at Dollar General because their shit is not on the shelves ever. And I don't have time to sit there and call the customer and you want some substitute, blah, blah, blah. I go where they have their shelves always stocked. I go where I can run in, get the crap, and walk out. And I'm going to make about $10. It's my time. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. It's your time, it's your gas. It's not you have to be smart in business. I'm not broke because I'm stupid in business. I'm broke because I got a hacker taking my money, so I'm easier to traffic. I got somebody trying to take my driver's license and my car, so I'm easier to traffic. It's what he does. It's what they do it to everybody. Right? And he's caught when he does it to me. Name one other victim. When you're caught. Mr. Perry, when you do the crime to me, you're caught. When you do the crime to me, you're caught. When you do the crime to me, you're having to ask me, is it Mike Pence? Is it Russia? Is it China? Is it Quick Trip? Is it your cigarette? I buy different cigarettes all the time. Which one is it? Which one of the brand do you think it is? Jesus. It's like talking to a fucking... it's like being in a mental hospital, literally. What does that say, Charles? It just said it. Here, he's doing it again. Let's see this, Fabian. He and I are talking about solutions. I think you deserve better than to have to live with this guy harassing you for the rest of your life. I think you deserve good things. So do I choose that guy or the monster who's ruining everything and fucks up everything good and everything's a thing and everything's an ordeal and he can't respect boundaries and doesn't have a filter and he's embarrassed the shit out of everybody all the time. And he's cruel. I only go out with men I don't go out with a man unless he makes sure I don't miss a meal. Mr. Perry. I don't do it. So you and your guy who bought me, Houston realtor guy, talking about I'm your girlfriend, everybody thinks that's the most bizarre thing on the planet. Like, it's weird. Oh, the other thing the guy said is, Charles has a wedding ring from Jacqueline, his wife. When he gets mad at Cynthia, he takes it off. It's not Cynthia's ring, it's Jackie's ring. Do you know how weirdo that is? It's fucked up weirdo. What a betrayal to Jacqueline. How do I know that happened? When you contact me, we get more. You pay for it. We get intel. You're just not smart enough to put that together. You can't keep up, can you? Mental veggie. They got that to me in jail. So these guys get really pissed off when you try to cause me a problem. So what they did is they got to work today and last night found out about the pullover. Tonight they find out about Mike Reed wanting to get me on prostitution by sock. There's no sex. There's no money exchanged for me taking off my sock. I'm sorry, my shoe. My sock is on. I always keep my feet covered. You know why I do that? Because I was giving a lap dance to a cop one night, and I asked him specifically, what is the deal with the shoes? And he said, I'm not exactly sure. We don't even pay attention to that. We don't even pay attention to that law. We don't enforce it. We don't pay attention. It's stupid. It's not prostitution. There's no sex. You're not getting paid to take your shoe off. You're getting paid to give me a lap dance. So I don't even know, but I think it's something to just keep your feet covered. Okay, that's why I wear socks. He might have been wrong. I don't know, but that's what he thought. So there's no money being. If the legal definition of prostitution may not be met if there's no money given for the act of taking your shoe off. The money is for a lap dance. And my feet are covered and there's no sex. How's that a crime? How the fuck is that a crime? You want to harass women, Mr. Sheriff Reed? I don't have any words for you. There's a dead cop because guys like you. And a family with no dad. 2 families with no dad. Because of guys like you. So, Fabian tells me when we're talking about solutions, I think you deserve better than to be harassed for the rest of your life by this person. And he's making your life a living hell. In jail, I get this puzzle from men in my life who have power. And they're busy while you're sitting around causing problems and ruining the day and bothering everybody and pissing people off and making people uncomfortable and horrified by your depravity. They're telling me they're getting what you just said. Don't go to Jinx. Don't go to Broken Arrow. Don't go to work. So you're paying for it. When you contact me, we get more. You don't get a date. You're not wanted here. We get more. Those are the results of your actions. And they tell me, this. It's not legit, but I'm going to have her car towed and sold before she figures that out. And you've been working on that ever since. I've been hit at the wheel 4 times and a brick thrown at me on the freeway. And you want me to sign your lie and then kill me so that the whole thing's over. Nobody else suspected a thing. This was Manford. There was always somebody like that taking a picture. See that truck? What she describes here is a whole different vehicle. Because there was always people coming up there taking pictures. She goes, I've lived here 10 years. I've not seen anything like this. She called Lucky 3 times to complain. 3 times. The last time she talked to him, he was actually on the property investigating a death. It was a natural causes, they thought, but there was some things, I guess, that came up that made them question maybe it wasn't natural causes. So he was over there investigating, and she went over and said, they're going to kill her. We have to do something. And he said, she goes, they're making me creeped out. But these people pulling up, taking pictures of her. Please patrol more. And he said, okay, get me tags. I can't do a damn thing without tags. I got to find out who these people are. We're going to have to connect them to Perry. There's some stuff we are going to have to do. I can't do it just because you tell me there's people pulling up, taking pictures of her. I got to have more information than that. I need the make and model of the car. I need the tag. That's the last thing he said before he left and died. Yep. And then I testify for Mike, and now you want to traffic me. Take her driver's license and her car and her money, then she'll be easier to traffic. Easier to coerce. Easier to force into doing something she's made it very, very clear she does not want to do. And Mr. Perry, I made you broke. I have money. Call me. I'm here. Oh, my God. None of that is what I want. None of it is. You took my money. So my guy said, you give it back. You fix everything you broke and get the fuck out of her life, or I'm going to kick your ass. And you know how I'm going to do that? I'm going to tell her about Jinx and Broken Arrow. I'm going to tell her not to go to work because here's what you're trying to do to her. I'm going to give her things like this from Bald Fat Calvin. We're going to tell her about Bittencourt. We're going to tell her, we're going to give her things like the McNamara email. You're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it with stuff like that. And then we're going to use that to put you in jail. And you're not going to bother again. 12 conversations about the same fucked up thing. He's still typing in my phone right now. Mr. Perry is actually still contacting me while I'm doing this right now. That's how delusional whack job he is. That's how menacing and how stupid. When you contact me, we get more. Mr. Perry, when you contact me, we get more stuff like that. Do you like that? Do you like me quoting you? You like getting caught? If you didn't like it, you'd stop. Don't ask me who's helping. You don't care about that. I'm not going to help you. We all want you gone. Listen to the words. I'm having to repeat myself. I don't like you. Fuck off. Get the fuck off me. The more you contact me, the more we get. There's a lot of it, dumb fuck. There's a lot. He's going to use that to put you in jail. Then you won't bother me ever again. Do you understand the words I just said? If I talk slow, can you understand me? Do you like getting told on every day? Nobody's going to help you. No one will. Nobody ever has. Everybody's sick of you. You're horrifying people. Why aren't you embarrassed? Everybody else is. I've talked slow. Maybe then he'll understand. This one is a recording. Point out for me the marks on Mike Neely that looked like he was in a fight, a drunken brawl. Wasn't knocked out. For being in a drunken brawl, he was drugged. And I said it before, not after. See? March, May, before, after. When you contact me, we get more. When you fuck with me, we get more. When you cause loss and problems for me, we get more. Before, not after. Do you understand what that means? We think you don't. We think you have no fucking idea what I just said. Let's do it again, guys. Tomorrow. We'll do same thing, okay? We got caught. We got to do it. We need to do it all over again. Same thing that got us caught. Do it again, everybody, okay? Who's telling on me? Oh my God! Wow. You contact me, we find out before you traffic me. And to who? You contact me, we find out before that you traffic me. And to who? You contact me, we find out before that you traffic me. And to who? You rape me with your little peeper camera and your little pretend love life. We find out more. You cause a problem for me, we find out more. We find out more. When you cause a problem for me, we find out before you do it, not after. Do you understand before and after, cause and effect? I don't think you do. Our shrink thinks you need to be hospitalized. Because you're acting like you have no fucking idea what's happening. She said you need to be sedated. You can't control yourself. She said his doctor needs to have his license yanked. Because he should have admitted him long ago. Butterfly net long ago. His delusion is outrageous. It's off the rails. And he has zero control over his impulses and no filters. And he needs to be in a hospital and he needs to be sedated. Because he can't stop. No control. This happens every time you contact me and you pestered me all fucking day. That is some scary mental problem place to be. All that is about the sex trafficking problem that you have. Okay, so let's go back over here. So we got all that. That's the... Now, then, they were complaining because I'm not there at work again. They can't do the prostitution by sock thing. They can't take the car on the driver's license. And have me trafficked by tomorrow morning. Before the May 2nd hearing with the city attorney about my ticket. That they prearranged. If they didn't prearrange it, they wouldn't give two fucks about that trial. About that hearing. Say they did prearrange it. I just showed you all the pullover fucking... Okay, so... and then they were trying to do it again tonight. Last night. So, and Broken Arrow on Jinx. And everybody can see my DoorDash app. Oh, here comes all these orders from Jinx. And here comes everything's dark. It's not busy except in Jinx. And everybody's stupid like you, right? Nobody will suspect a thing. We get it before you do it, not after. You pay for it when you bother me. You pay for it. You're just not smart enough to put that together. So, the guy's like, here's the problem. There's a couple of reasons why we really needed her at that club. One is we don't know who these guys are still. 6 years in a strip club, not one slip up. Because Charles is stupid, and he has people just go at her and bother and pester and be mean to her and be a dick to her and harass her. So she clams up and won't talk. The only way to get somebody to slip up is they're relaxed. You build rapport. You build trust. They feel like they can open up. And then they might let something slip. You know how I know that? I do it all the time. I have more information than anybody's gotten about your crime than anybody you know. Charles does not understand what that means. Not a clue. He's a mental infant. Can't keep up with everybody else. He'll have no idea what that means. I'm telling him now, he doesn't know what that means. He doesn't know. He cannot understand what I just said. Because that's profound. And he doesn't understand what it means. That right there ought to be enough to deter him. And it never is. And everybody on our team who's very intelligent, very high functioning, we're all like, you got to be shitting us with this. You got to be shitting us with this. This is unbelievable. That he has no fucking idea what she just said. You can tell by the way he acts. Not a clue. What it means that she has this. What it means that she has those names. What it means that she knows their code words. What it means that she has Bittencourt's name. Or Monique's name. Or Bald Fat Calvin's name. Or Lucius or Geppetto. They act like they don't know what it means that she has that. What in the fuck? Who the fuck is that stupid? She knows she's trafficked before. And Charles acts like he has no fucking idea what that means, that she has that information. I don't even know what to say to that. I have no words. He just keeps going at her. And keeps going at her. And keeps going at her. And one of y'all hired a consultant. And he said they had 6 years to have a guy or two go in and be her regular customer and talk about nothing. Just talk. Just get her guard down. Just get her trust. Just build rapport. And see if she doesn't slip up. And for 6 years, all they did is harass her and get her more guarded than ever. Then they got a second chance, and they fucked it up again, getting the waitress that bitch on her. That's what he said. The waitress is a meth head who found she's so wonderful. She got a boyfriend who's in prison on Facebook. Who the fuck does that? He's in prison for murdering a cop. She found him on Facebook. She's that pathetic. I'm like, oh my God, really? It's bad enough that you would do that at all, but she's got children. Little baby children. And she's found a boyfriend on Facebook who's in prison, for murdering a police officer. And they got a phone to him somehow, and they sit there in the back and talk on the phone. I'm like, what the fuck? She comes up short in the drawer. I don't. She doesn't show up half the time. I'm off. They'll jerk me out. I haven't eaten. I haven't had a bath. You're waitressing tonight because she just didn't show. I'm filling in for her. I don't come up short. I've worked for these guys since they opened the club. 8 years. Never have I stole from them. Ever. I've not one time stole from them. If I need money, I just go ask the owner, can I borrow money? And he says, sure. And then I pay him back. I was the first one allowed to use a credit card. What happens with a credit card is somebody usually has been to the casino, maxed out the ATM amount that you can only take out $300 a day, supposed to keep from fraud or theft and whatever. So they come to this, they get their $300 at the casino, come to the club, and now the ATM can't even get any money out of the ATM, but they can use a credit card. So what the credit card company does is they put the money in my account, and then I pay the boss his part. Sometimes if I have it up front at the cash, I'll give him the cash at the end of the night, but sometimes it depends on the amount. Sometimes I don't have it. So then when it goes into my account, you just Cash App or something to the boss. So they've trusted me with that. I was the first one that was allowed to do that. Because I've spent 8 years building rapport. This chick is always, or she was when I was there. She only was there about a month. I've been there for fucking 8 years. She's never there. The people that she's worked for before said she causes trouble. She doesn't show up, or she's late, or she leaves early, and she loves drama. Always stirring up trouble. We fired her. She's your problem now. We fucking fired her. Couldn't deal with that. We don't want that here. So you got a business owner, kind of like a judge, that goes stupid and all of a sudden rules and makes a ruling. Everybody's going, what in the hell? This is not res judicata. It's not even close. So that's what you're going to do with the traffic court judge. That's why I wait for the last minute. Because you'll sit there and watch what I'm typing up. You sit there and watch my research. Then you call the judge. You can deny it on this and deny it on that and deny it on this. And you're recorded every time you do that. Every time you do it. So do it again, I dare you. But that's why I have to wait till the last minute. Do it again, I dare you, Charles. Don't ask who's telling on you. You don't care about that. You're getting that thrill, pissing everybody off. Because every time you bother me, you get caught. You don't care about that. You're getting a thrill, pissing everybody off. It is a sick one. What day are they going to arrest you? We're getting this stuff, sir, so that they can arrest you. That's why they get it. Do you not understand words? Is your mind that far blown? So, that's why I wait till the last minute. It gives them less time to do that. Doesn't mean they won't do it. Most likely they will, and we'll get the recording of it, and we'll be like, okay, cool. There's another one. Another one bit the dust. So, this chick, she's short in the drawer. I'm not. You breathe wrong. She went, oh, get the cameras. Let's watch the cameras and I'm going to call the boss. Oh my Jesus Lord. Who the fuck do you think you are? You've been here a month. You don't even know what the hell you're doing. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. So don't go every little... I've never been around anybody like that. I'm working with United States senators and their staff. I've never been around somebody that does that shit. Every little thing. You breathe wrong. Oh, go look at the cameras. We got to call the boss. Oh, go get the... And I'm just like... One girl, she makes me go pull the cameras. I think she's been in the VIP too long. And I'm like, okay, this girl is a blonde girl that probably weighs about 90 pounds. The girl that you're talking about that you think has been in there too long, that you got mixed up with the blonde girl, is a heavier African-American woman. How the hell do you get that mixed up? It's not even the same girl in there. I mean, I'm like, well, you got to be shitting me with this. So what she was complaining about, the blonde girl's been in the VIP too long. We go look, I pull the cameras because she's stomping her feet and throwing a fit, and we got to call the boss. Let's check the cameras. So I pull up the cameras because I got nothing better to do than that. And I look at the camera and I see who's in the room, and I go, that's not even her. How do you get that girl, the blonde that weighs 90 pounds, mixed up with this heavier African-American chick? How the fuck do you mix that up? Oh, yeah, get off the fucking meth and fuck off. And then I'm not coming up short, she is, and she's guarding the money from me. You can't go back there when I'm waitressing, because I don't want to, if money comes up missing, listen, I'm not the one coming up short. You don't need to hide the money from me. So, because that becomes an issue, that becomes a big issue. No businessman in their right mind, Charles, would have somebody like that push me out and let her waitress. Basically what I did is I said, I'm not putting up with this. This is a nightmare. I'm done. When she leaves, we'll talk about me waitressing again. Until then, I'm fucking done waitressing. I'm not putting up with... Nobody should be treated like that. Nobody should be treated like she's treating me. I'll drop everything, not eat, not shower, and drop everything I'm doing and go fill in when she just doesn't want to show up. Because drug addicts, they'll do their drugs. They go get high. They call in sick until they run out of drugs. Then here they come again, and they expect you to just go, oh, sure, here she's back. Yay. And, it doesn't work like that. So, there was a night that she was going to take off, and she called somebody that doesn't even work at the club anymore. They had quit, and I was upset. And so she threw a fit. I tell the owner, I'm done. We're done. I'm not going to do this. I'm not. I don't deserve that. I'm not putting up with it. And he took her side, and I couldn't believe it. It hurt me. It did hurt me. That's what he's saying. I think that really hurt Cindy that they did that to her. So then the girl actually had the nerve to tell me who won that fight. I won that fight. You lost that fight. You're not waitressing. She is. My friend that didn't even work, quit, didn't even work here anymore. I went, oh, fuck. Really? You shit. Oh, my God. Okay. It wasn't... What happened is I didn't want to fight. So I just told Paul, I'm done. When you finish fucking up my life and harassing me and bullying me like this, and you don't work here anymore, I'll come back. But I'm not coming back here where you're going to do this. I've been around some very, very important people. I don't need this. I don't even know what this is. You're a drug addict, meth whack job, and I'm not going to be around it. Nobody's treated me like this. Nobody. So we're done. Some of it she did because Charles told her to. And Calvin. So I'm not back at the club and you're all sad. You're ruining DoorDash money because I'm back. I'm not there. If they don't know about any of this, they don't know about these podcasts unless you tell them. I don't tell them. They know I injured myself, and I did. I'm telling the owner, I'm not waitressing anymore. I'll just dance. Well, the last time I danced, I really did. I pulled some crap on the pole, muscles and tendons and shit on the pole, and it hurt. So I hadn't been back because of that. I'm letting it heal. But the other thing is They could have called and said, if they really wanted me back there, they could have called and said, she's gone. Why don't you, waitress? We could trust you with the money. We can't trust her. You're going to show up and she won't. But they didn't do that, did they? So I don't think you really wanted me back at the club, did you? You get it back out there, you're going to take my car, my driver's license, do a false arrest. That's what you wanted to do tonight? Yeah. Well, when you contact me, sir, we find out before, not after. Because I don't like it. I don't want you here. I came here to get away from the monster, depraved monster that you are. The demented fuck that you are. So, that's what the guy's complaining about. We still don't know who these people are. He had 6 years to get somebody there as a regular customer to just kind of make her feel at ease and develop some rapport over a little bit of time and get her to see if she'll slip up. Because she's nice and relaxed. He goes at her and goes at her and goes at her and goes at her, and then she's all guarded and won't talk. I'll lie. I'll say you'd be well. You're in a strip club. You're not in a courtroom. You can lie. So, I do, believe me. But that's what the guy's all pissed off about. This one, or just, well, actually, this one acted like he wasn't pissed off. This one acted like, I told you. I guess there was an argument or something between him and somebody else as to what I was going to do and how this was going to turn out. And he was like, they shot themselves in the foot again. So, but they always do. Plans of the wicked will come to nothing. You want me to say that again for you, mental slow? The plans of the wicked will come to nothing. How many times have you said, your guy said, when he pesters her and takes her money, things don't go well for us. We're seeing plans of the wicked didn't work out again. We're seeing things happen we've not seen before. How many other victims can say that, Charles? Cuckoo bird. Name one other victim that can say that. Name one of my guys. Quote one of their meetings. This is a quote from somebody that was mad at how you handled the things out of that club. You're a married man who's supposed to be a Christian, Baptist, deacon, Republican, senator from the state of Texas. What are you doing in Oklahoma all the time? Why aren't you in Texas with your family? When's the last time you were seen with your family in Lubbock? Talking to your constituents, talking to your friends, out in public, going to dinner. There's complaints about that too. Constituents aren't, or whatever it is, people are complaining you're never there. You're always up here. You don't have an alibi. You're going to need an alibi in your criminal case. Where this is going to go before a judge and a jury. And you have to explain that. It's things like that. The prostitution by sock deal. The city attorney complaining, I haven't filed anything yet. I haven't done any. Why hasn't she come picked up our discovery? What's she going to do? Oh gosh, well I have to wait till the last minute. Because if I do it too early, they'll figure out she's going to argue this. Here's what the judge can do to deny her. He'll deny me. Because you told him to. All you want to know is what am I going to say so you can tell him what to say. Duly noted for the record. Duly noted for the record. Please understand, it's been duly noted for the record. You're all going to probably be recorded. Talking about what I researched, what I type up, and what he's supposed to say back. Because it's been done already over and over and over and over. When you contact me, we get more. When you peep on me, we get more. When you cause a loss or problem for me, we find out more. Before you do it, not after. So this is what this guy... So if you're a business owner, you're not going to hire the meth head with, irresponsible, causes trouble, bullies and bullies and bullies and bullies and bullies. Oh, the other thing is, I would take the money out of the safe and set it up in the drawer about 5 minutes before we open. My guys record them. Take money from that, and we'll say that she stole it. We'll say that she stole it when she was setting the money up. So I stopped. I just would take the bag out and throw it on the counter and walk off. You're going to try to frame me for stealing something. I'm not going to set it up. You do it. Well, sure shit, the last night I was there, she comes running in. There's $300 missing. Pull the cameras. You and your obsession with the cameras, girl. I said, okay, but here's the thing. I didn't open the bag. I took the bag out of the safe, threw it on the counter. Oh, okay. We don't need to look at the cameras. I took the bag out of the safe and threw it on the counter. Would you like me to put the cameras up so you can watch me do that? Oh no, hold on. She goes running back in, and she comes back to me and she goes, the DJ has it. The DJ has it? What does the DJ have it for? You having a harder time making your lie work since I didn't even open the bag? Is that it? Golly. So, and I went, okay, so like there's like a really small spot in the kitchen where there's no camera. So when I took the bag from the safe to the counter, I didn't go there. I went around where I made sure the camera could see me take the bag from the safe and put it on the counter. They wanted to make, after 8 years, I never stole from this man. All of a sudden now I'm going to steal. Because she's there, and that's what they told her to do. So, everybody who's chomping at the bit, trying to get me back out of the club, it's your fault I haven't been out there. What they could have done is not do all that. Just let me waitress so my injury can heal. And not bully the fuck out of me. Because here's the thing, I've worked around senators, United States senators, not your little podunk Lubbock, nothing. I think I'm important sex trafficker guy. You know, and left all that alone, and I'd be there, wouldn't I? That's what he's saying. They shot themselves in the foot again. What ended up happening is she DoorDashed again, and then she caught him out using the DoorDash. You pay for it when you fuck with me. You're just not smart enough to figure out that yet. Are you? Not smart enough yet to figure that out. It's different when you do it to me. It's like that. So, city attorney, I haven't been to get anything. I haven't done anything yet. It will be done at the last minute because I have Mr. Charles Perry, David Robertson, Lucius, Calvin. Who the hell is Betancourt? All these guys trying to make me fail, trying to take my car and my driver's license and all my money so that I'm easier to traffic to a guy they sold me in Houston. And they even tried to have me pulled over again. But there's police helping me from somewhere else. And those police have recorded them talking to judges. And they watch me sit there and do research and type up a brief, call the judge, and tell him what he's going to do. It's already been recorded many a time. It's not going to be any different this time. But I've learned the hard way. We got to wait till the last minute. There's that. On the record. I hope we put this on the record. It's going on the record in your criminal case. The cops that gave me this, Charles, they're going to take it to the judge first thing in the morning. I'm sorry. They did already. He goes, we did. It's already done. He's already got it. Okay? And the prostitution by sock thing too. So because, Mr. Perry, why do you continue to try to talk to me when the only thing you get out of that is told on? Why? I don't like it. I don't want to hear a word you have to say. You don't even make sense. 9 times out of 10, you don't fucking even make sense. And your actions show that you have no fucking idea what I'm saying. Mental retardation, mental illness due to Huntington's. You can't keep up with anybody. I mean, y'all need to put the guy in a daycare or something. Literally. If the rest of you like paying for it like this, when I quote you every day, the rest of you like that? Yeah, Charles doesn't. You don't care who it is helping me. Or you had 6 years to get me to slip up. You just went at me and went at me and went at me. Then you had another 5 weeks. And you went at me and went at me and went at me. And I don't think anybody really wants to know that bad. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, I don't know how many different ways I can say the same thing. When you contact me, we get more. When you invade my privacy, we get more. Find out more about the crime. When you cause me problems and loss, we find out more. The judge in traffic court, if you call him and you tell him what you want him to do, or you meet with him and you tell him what we're going to find out. Do you think they're not already watching that? Did you need me to tell the city attorney? So he's in full disclosure, city attorney. This was planned. The reason I haven't been in here is because I'm quoting judges, sir. There's a police investigation from somewhere else. It started long before I came to Oklahoma. Mr. Perry gets off on hurting women badly, blowing their life up. Gets off on it. Tries to do it to me every day. Wants to take my car. He wants to traffic me. So he's taking my driver's license, take my car, take my money. That way I'm easier to traffic, city attorney. So, I'm sorry, but I have to wait till the last minute to do everything so that they can't watch me do my legal research and they can't watch me type up my legal brief and then call the judge and tell him what he's supposed to do. Full disclosure, there's that. Is that what you want me to do? It's probably what's going to happen is I'm going to put this in my Dropbox and then I'm going to send it to him and tell him you might want to look at this before we meet. Maybe let's go ahead and schedule it for Monday and not Friday. You're gonna make sure he tells me something that you want him to say. Is that what you're gonna do? I mean, this is a old habit now, isn't it? You had 6 years in the strip club to tell me what to get me to slip up. It was so easy, it's not even fair. So, I mean, you don't really want to know shit, I don't think. Which is fine with me. I'm not going to tell you anyway. But it's interesting that you guys go around saying you want to know, and we're looking at what you do. We're not seeing that at all. I mean, we're just kind of going, I've never seen criminals act like this before. In my life, never seen it. Most have the good sense to stop when they get caught this much. So we're just, part of the job is you watch people, what they do. You strategize based on their makeup, their personality, their strengths, their weakness, and what they do. And half the time what y'all do doesn't even make sense. Not even for you. So we're just like, what we're doing is working, so let's just keep doing that. Normally you have to make adjustments because criminals will get smarter and they're harder to catch. Not this bunch. Just not this bunch at all. I don't know. He said her privacy is not to be invaded anymore. You do not have to contact her or her family in any way, shape, or form, directly or indirectly. She's not to be broke one more day. You make a problem, you fix it. You broke something, you better make it right. And until you do, don't ask me to call you because you're wasting my time. My time is very busy making sure you don't hurt her any worse than you already have. I have no time to repeat myself. I have no time to point out the obvious. I have no time for Mr. Perry's games and stupid. I don't have time. So he will not be getting a phone call from me. And I've heard all over the place that he wants to talk to me and he's going to want you fired and all that. Not going to happen. We'll see him in court. We'll see him in court.